The following is a live sports presentation of GLICOD Communications, GLICOD.com.
GLICOD's coverage of Southern Indiana high school basketball starts now. Presented by Interstate Batteries.
Good evening and welcome to Jeffersonville High School, home of the Red Devils as they get ready to take on the New Albany Bulldogs. Mike Beck up in the booth with Paul Love. Paul, glad to have you with me tonight, and we're going to have a pretty good ball game tonight, I think. 5-4 Bulldogs, 5-3 Red Devils.
That rivalry game, always first game it seems like at the beginning of the next year. So see if they got all the goodies out of their system and got back to work here tonight.
These two teams play a pretty rough and tough schedule early on. Both seem to want to test themselves against some of the best in the state. Both New Albany and Jeff have taken their lumps through that gauntlet, but they've come out and they're ready to play tonight, I think.
I think you'll hear the coaches talk about that. You're right, exactly. They've played good competition in and out, the tournaments that they've played in and what have you. So, you know, the only thing I would say about that is Jeffersonville, with a 5-3 mark, they've been kind of up and down. They won their first first 3 games of the season, but then win one, lose one, back and forth. So kind of depends on which team shows up tonight.
All right, well, it's New Albany and Jeffersonville, Hoosier Hills Conference rivals. New Albany's already taken a loss to Floyd Central. Jeff hasn't played them yet, but those are the 3 big schools in the area that kind of beat up on each other year in and year out. Floyd Central may be the best of the bunch this year, but it's really kind of a battle to see who's the number 2 dog this year.
Oh, I think so. Like you said, Jeffersonville has only played Seymour on their schedule. Now, again, both teams with 8 and 9 games before the first of the year. That means that they're going to load them up here as the season progresses here in the second half, if you want to call it that.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we will have your interviews with Coach Jim Shannon and Coach Joe Luce, the Bulldogs and the Red Devils. That's all coming up right after this on GLICOD.com.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Definitely. Best competition. Check it. Ooh. Oh, no.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
So they had an Interstate.
The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly. Designing, building, innovating. This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by the W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany. With over 40 years experience in metal manufacturing, WMKelly.com.
Here at Jeffersonville High School for the game between Jeffersonville Red Devils and the New Albany Bulldogs. And with me is the head coach of the New Albany Bulldogs, Jim Shannon. Coach, coming out of the holidays, did you enjoy yourself? You and your family have a good time?
Yeah, we had a great Christmas, like we always do. It was great to see everybody and have a lot of family and friends over, so it was wonderful.
You know, so far this season, I know you're 5-4, but you played some pretty good competition. Where do you put yourself right now as far as progress this season?
Well, I think, we felt like we should have won the Columbus North game, but really other than that, the teams we've been beaten by haven't lost very many games. I mean, Lawrence Central, Floyd Central, Carmel. These are teams that, by and large haven't been beaten more than once. And so, you never want to have a moral victory. It's never going to be acceptable to have losses. But, again, other than the Columbus North game, we're really pretty satisfied with where we're at. And we beat Indianapolis Pike at Pike. We could have easily lost that and been 4-5.
There you go. Listen, I saw your game against Carmel, and congratulations on that. My comment at the end of that game was RESPECT. You guys earned a lot of that. But the one thing that amazed me the most was the defense that you used against the big 6'10 Malloy. I cannot believe that the guy did not have a field goal the entire game. So congrats and kudos on the defense of that game.
Well, thank you. We did our best to try to keep him from scoring. I wish we hadn't have fouled him quite as much as we did, and they made all their free throws, so they were able to eke it out against us. But going back to that game, boy, we played really well that game, and they squeaked it out.
Well, what do you expect tonight? This is a rivalry game, Jeffersonville, always the first game after the holidays, so what are you expecting from the Red Devils tonight?
Well, I mean, they've kind of been a team that's, I won't really say they're Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, but, they'll beat a team like Silver Creek, who I think is as good as anybody around, soundly, and then get beat by a 2A school by 25 or get beat by Carmel by 20. So, again, if the Jeffersonville team that shows up, that beat Silver Creek, then, that could be a tough night for us. If the team that shows up against Carmel or Southwestern Hanover, then our chances get better. But there's no question that they're very capable.
Like Coach Luce said, you scored 91 points in a ball game and lose. There's something wrong with that picture. So I don't know. They're pretty good team, I think. Pretty good competition. You're going to go basically with your starters tonight, starting lineup?
Yeah, it'll probably be the starting lineup. We're still waiting to see how Derek Stevenson warms up. He tweaked his foot over the holiday tournament at Noblesville, and at the end of the first half against Columbus North, and did not play in the second half, and he's been kind of in and out this week. He didn't practice until Wednesday and couldn't go very hard, and then yesterday he didn't hardly go at all, so I don't know how much he's going to play tonight.
Coach, as always, thank you, and good luck tonight and the rest of the season.
Thanks, Coach. We appreciate it.
Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
This is Paul Love here at Jeffersonville High School, and with me is coach of the Red Devils, Joe Luce. And Coach, kind of the second half of the season here after the holidays and all that, you guys got off to a real good start, but since then, though you played good competition, kind of ups and downs. So where do you stand right now at this part of the season?
I'd say we're right where I thought we would be as far as guys playing and fitting into their roles. We're a very young team. We don't have any seniors. And, with two guys that were coming back in Coleman and Jones, we needed them to slide into more of a leadership role, take more of a scoring role, and it's just taking a little more time than maybe some thought it would. But, we're right on track where we need to be. We've, lost 3 of our last 5 to some good teams, but have gotten better each and every time we've been out. And hopefully that's, been some growing pains that will help us tonight and as we get into January.
You, let's see, the last time you played, I think, was against the Christmas Addicts, if I'm not correct. Lost that game 94-91, but right off the hand, looks like a lot of points scored in that game. Must have been a real shootout.
Yeah, anytime you score 90 points, you ought to win. So, we didn't guard very well, and we allowed them to get to the basket and drive, whenever they wanted to and get easy shots. And they're a very good team, as talented a team as we've played all year, but we just didn't do a very good job team defensively. Tonight we'll get hurt again if we don't do a good job of guarding as a team. So we learned a lot. We had some really good offensive outbursts and guys that played really well offensively in that game. Coleman had 30, 18 of them in the third quarter, and Jones had 25. We continue to get good production out of Darren Starks, who had 20, and it was a good game for us, a bad loss, but a good offensive game for us.
Yeah, you talked about this game with Jefferson. It's always the first game after the holidays, at least in my recollection. But, you mentioned a little bit about New Albany, but what concerns you maybe the most about that game here tonight?
I think the one thing that you can't forget is that, they've won. And when you expect to win, when you've been there and you've done it, you just you don't lose that feeling. And they've won 6 in a row, 5 games since I've been here, and a team that's got a lot of guys that played on that team last year that expect to win every time they come out. So it's a New Albany team that's definitely different, but very similar in lots of ways. They still take care of the ball. They get the ball inside when they need to, shoot the ball from the perimeter very efficiently, and play extremely hard. So just a matchup that is one that our guys need to get over the hump, find a way to win. But we're playing a very good basketball club tonight that's much better than their 5-4 record.
You're going to go with basically the same lineup tonight. You got Coleman, you got Jones. Who else you got on the lineup?
We'll start Jalen Fairman tonight, which is a little bit different than what we've done in the past. Also, Darren Starks that you mentioned, and then Devin Franklin.
Coach, thanks a lot. Big game tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Congratulations and good luck the rest of the season.
All right, thank you. All right, bud.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm a crack forming in your water pipe. I may be too tiny to notice, but not anymore. And if you got sold the wrong home insurance, you might get swamped by cleanup costs. So get Allstate.
For a free quote, call Floyd Snob's Allstate agent Packy Page at 812-202-7271. That's Floyd Snob's Allstate agent Packy Page. Subject to terms, conditions, availability, and coverage selected. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Hi folks, Jeff Kennedy with HKC Roofing. HKC has a full-time quality control supervisor on all our jobs. That's why we provide the best warranties in the roofing industry. We're so sure you'll love your new HKC roof. If you aren't satisfied, we'll pay a competitor to replace it. Call us now for your free digital roof analysis at 502-212-1081 or go online at roofyourhouse.com.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
Definitely. Best time of the show. Check it. Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
And welcome back, Mike Beck. That's the graphic for next week. Sorry about that, folks. A little hiccup here. We'll get that off the screen. Mike Beck, Paul Love here, and I guess it's the new computer, new year, new glitches.
At least it's not Y2K, right?
Yeah, I think we're well beyond that now. Yeah. Thank heavens. But glad to be here as we talk about some keys to the game tonight, and keys to the game brought to you by Allstate agent Packy Page. Allstate agent Packy Page is a proud supporter of Southern Indiana high school sports. For a free quote on car insurance, stop by his office in Highlander Point or call him at 812-202-7271. Allstate insurance agent Packy Page. What are some of the keys to the game tonight, Paul?
Well, you know, you can always talk about field goal percentages and rebounds and turnovers and all those kind of things. But to me, you sum it up in one word. I think tempo of the game is going to be very critical tonight. I think New Albany needs to be able not to get into a rat race with Jeffersonville up and down the floor. They need to control the pace, which they're very capable of doing. And then for Jeffersonville, it's like Coach said, which team shows up. You know, they've beaten some very good teams, but they've lost to, they beat Silver Creek, for example, here recently, and lost to Southwestern. So, yeah, you know, they have been up and down the second half of the season, and we'll see which team shows up tonight.
New Albany, any specific keys for them?
Well, I hope Derek Stevenson plays. You know, he's important to them, averaging second leading scorer at 12.6 points per game behind Hunter, who has been very hot the last few games. So, you know, I think they just need to, again, play solid defense, because Coach Luce talked about the deficiencies of the Jeffersonville defense, and New Albany, if they can control the pace of the game, play good defense, and then, you know, do all the other things the way you're supposed to, I think they'll be in pretty good shape.
All right, well, those are the keys to the game. About 4 minutes or so from tip-off according to the clock. We'll take a quick break, be back with more right after this on GLICOD.com. Stay with us.
Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
Doug and Maureen Hope that travel the world as missionaries in some of the most remote nations. We honor them for their work. Thanks, guys.
Bill and Frank have served the country with honor during the Vietnam War. Bill has 2 Purple Hearts. Thank you both for your service.
We're truly honored to serve a generation that's really made a difference. For more information about American senior communities, please visit us at asccare.com.
When it comes to basketball, the Kentucky Wildcats are legendary. And when it comes to steaks, so is Pat's Steakhouse. Pat's opened in 1958, the same year the Fiddlin' Five won the national title. To make a reservation, call 502-893-2062 and check out patsteakhouselouisville.com. And when the weather's nice, make sure to ask about sitting out on the patio at Pat's. Pat's Steakhouse. They're not the best because they're the oldest. They're the oldest because they're the best.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online at KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Welcome back courtside. Mike Beck, Paul Love here, and colors presented, national anthem sung, and things moving along here at a rapid clip here as a pregame. Normally we're not this far along, but
the JV game got over quickly. Report that score. New Albany did beat the Red Devil JV squad 49-35, so that game went quickly. Not many fouls called, got over on time, and here we go.
Yeah, that's a rarity for us. Usually we're trying to pedal hard to fill in some time as the game is delayed, but tonight's going to be a little sooner than that.
You talk about keys to those games. Again, just looking back, reflecting on that Attucks game a week or so ago with Jeffersonville. In that game, the Attucks shot 62%. Jeffersonville 61.5, so you know, not much defense being played there, so that's going to be a real key tonight, I think.
Okay, well, let's quickly look at the starting lineups before we take our final break here tonight. Starting for the Bulldogs, now this is a list based on history, but it may be slightly different on the floor. We'll find out as Coach Shannon releases them. Stevenson, Hunter, Hurrigan, Sprigler, those 4 for sure. Jordan Thomas not been starting as much. Who's the 5th guy? Chris Johnson, typically?
Well, you got Stevenson, Hunter, Hurrigan, Johnson, Sprigler, and Biven. Don't forget Biven has been playing quite a bit of time.
Really?
Just a freshman. Yes, he has. Jordan Thomas and Biven both played some JV quarters, so you know they're not available for the entire game, but they have been used the first part of the season.
Another player we may hear from, Caden Stanton, tonight. So those are the 8 Bulldogs most likely to see on the floor, depending on how this game turns out. Sometimes they'll clear the bench at the end of the game, and then we see numbers that aren't even on the roster.
Oh, yeah, it does. It happens.
That's already happened. For Jeffersonville, their starters tonight, you start with Trey Coleman, and everybody else kind of fills in around him. Coleman, an outstanding player. Darren Starks moved over from the Bulldogs, played there last year. He's here in Jeffersonville this year. Devon Franklin, Jones, and the one that's not on the list was a late change.
Jalen Fairman.
Jalen Fairman is a player we'll hear from tonight, and his number is 2. So
again, most of the points come out of Coleman at almost 17, Starks around 14, Jones 12, Franklin about 8, and they've got others who contribute as well. So, you know, they'll play a lot of players, but like you say, a lot of those guys that got maybe 3 points in the game were the end of the game type players.
Starting lineups brought to you by Vonier's Auto Air. Vonier's service is our product. We'll take our final break. Be right back with tip-off right after this on GLICOD.com.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Check it. Ooh. Oh, no.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
So they had an Interstate.
From GLICOD Communications, it's Southern Indiana High School Basketball. Presented by Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable since 1952. And available throughout Kentuckiana. Visit their Jeff location today at 1510 Production Drive. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Centra Credit Union for banking and financial services that are centered around you. Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, who reminds you not to text and drive. Kentuckiana Oral Surgery, with 4 Kentuckiana locations, including their newest behind Menards off Veterans Parkway. The W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany, designing, building, innovating, and now hiring. The Locker Room, Southern Indiana's first and oldest screen printers. Vonyers Auto-Wear in Jeffersonville, family owned since 1981. And by Allstate agent Packy Page in Floyd's Knobs in Jeffersonville. He'll put you in good hands. Now, courtside.
Now we are courtside. Mike Beck and Paul Love here with the New Albany-Jeffersonville ball game. Our graphics got a little hiccup tonight, but we got it solved, and we are ready to bring you a basketball game. Coach Luce, Coach Shannon out center court. Mike Beck, Paul Love in the booth tonight, and we expect a good ball game, Paul.
You expect that. It's a rivalry game, and, starting to get momentum as you carry on toward the sectional play at the end of February, 1st of March. So, yeah, have high expectations. I hope we can get excited up here tonight.
Yeah, well, we anticipate a good ball game between these two teams. A lot of change in New Albany. They graduated some great ball players. We don't need to go down that road too much. People have talked it to death. But it's a new ball club, new year, and New Albany showing that they can play good basketball.
They just need to get better and better and better. Jeffersonville also, they start mostly juniors in that lineup. So, they've got a good team this year, but they can only get better, they hope, next year.
A young squad as the starting lineups announced for New Albany. Stevenson will play. There was some question before the game. He'll start. How long he'll play, we'll see.
Chris Johnson introduced.
Julian Hunter.
Earlier, Landon Sprigler introduced.
Trey Horrigan, no surprise there. There's your 5 Bulldogs. Horrigan, Hunter, Johnson, Stevenson, and Sprigler. Now time for the introduction of the Red Devils as they turn out the lights. I think we could thank the Chicago Bulls for that. They started that years ago.
Yeah, blame it on them. The lights are out in the booth.
You can blame anything on Michael Jordan. His shoulders are big enough. Fortunately, cameras have improved over the years, so we can still give you a picture, even in the dark. Trey Coleman, number 1 on the jersey, number 1 on the team. He'll be the man they look to lead. If they're going to get a win, he's going to have to play well tonight.
Got a nod from Nebraska, I understand, too. An option to go there to play college ball.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Devon Franklin, number 4. Jacob Jones, another junior. Not a lot of seniors on this squad, and the 2 they have don't start.
Sophomore, junior.
That's the way to build a program.
Yeah.
Darren Starks, the final starter for Jeff. Coleman, Fairman, Franklin, Jones, and Starks.
Most of the points coming from Starks, who's averaging 14, Coleman 17, and Jones 12. Franklin 8, so he's, they've got a team that, they can share the basketball pretty well.
Not quite a packed house, but pretty stout here tonight.
They'd love to see this kind of crowd in Louisville, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Indiana basketball.
And nothing like it. Hunter goes against Coleman in the center circle for the tip. And we'll get this thing underway. Ball is up, tip controlled by New Albany. Sprigler gets first hands on it and brings it up across midcourt. Here we go. Dog's going to move it around, put it in the hands of Hunter down low. What can he do with it? Nice look. Can't get it to drop, though. Touch was just a bit off. Rebound by Franklin. They bring it up the other way in a hurry. Here come the Devils. Corner shot is on the mark. There's a 3 from Franklin. Devon Franklin, first points of the night. Jeff in a man-to-man. Bulldogs working hard against it. Stevenson puts it in the hands of Hurrigan. He's a three-point specialist and nails that one. Tie ball game, 7-11. And a slap foul. First foul of the night against Chris Johnson.
I was going to say, so much for the pace. So far, it's up and down, firing the 3 when it becomes available. So,
Chris Johnson, his first foul, New Albany's first. Early in the ball game, 3-3 tie.
Man-to-man defense, New Albany.
Fairman hands off to Jones. Jones trying to get it in the hands of Coleman. First touch tonight, he hands it back to Jones. And they'll go around the arc. They're trying to get Coleman open down inside. They got a good look there. Nice matchup against Sprigler. Coleman gets the bucket. That's a little bit of a mismatch there. They'll have the height advantage for sure.
Good offensive execution.
Johnson in trouble. Ball's loose. Scramble for it. Horrigan gets tied up. And it's a jump ball.
Jeff.
Going to see a lot of hustle, a lot of ball on the floor tonight, I have a feeling.
Oh, I think so too. These players know one another pretty well. They've been around for a while, and they play off season as well. So it's going to be it is a rival game.
5-3, early going, minute and a half gone in the first quarter. Jeff on top. Three-point attempt up, too far, pulled down by Johnson. New Albany in a hurry, coming back. Johnson racing to the bucket, puts it up off the glass, not there. And we got a jump ball situation. Hunter got tied up with Fairman, and jump ball goes to New Albany. Possession arrow favors the Dogs. Sprigler to inbound it under the basket. Tosses it in. Stevenson, couple of steps, spin move, not there. Left hook, can't get it to go. Pulls it down and stripped from him. In a hurry the other way, 3-on-1, and there's the bucket. Trey Coleman makes them pay. 7-3. Jeff up by 4 here in the early goings. 2 minutes away. Sprigler works against Starks. Johnson made a mistake and caught a break. Ball was knocked out of bounds by Jones.
Yeah, I thought I got a slap on the wrist that time, but
didn't call it.
Did not call it. Bivens coming into the game early for New Albany.
Tucker Biven got a little bit of action in the JV game that New Albany won pretty handily.
In the final analysis, 49-35, 14-point JV game.
Biven inbounds to Sprigler.
Good pressure on the ball by New Albany, or by Jeffersonville.
Sprigler goes baseline, kicks it out to Biven. Three-point shot, not there. Rebound. Jalen Fairman. Called his name a lot. He get the start tonight.
Just a sophomore.
He's going to make the most of it. Starks took some steps. He's working against Sprigler. Those two faced off each other last year. His teammates probably played against each other in practice quite a bit. Sprigler brings it up court. No real full court pressure yet from Jeff. Thought we might see that a little bit tonight. Hasn't happened so far. Stevenson working against Fairman. Couldn't get the angle, and they'll kick it back outside and set up again. Ball in the hands of Biven. Puts it on the floor. Hunter working against Coleman. Three-point shot from Hurrigan. And that was pretty. Back to a one-point game. Jacob Jones hands off to Fairman. Now Franklin puts up a two. It's in. I thought we'd see more scoring from Coleman.
Well, like we talked about, they've got other players who can score. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
Hurrigan for three.
No
He's
way.
on the mark.
Oh, my goodness.
How did he get that shot off?
He's shaking his fist and everything.
That's a lot of emotion from Hurrigan. Jones goes in. He'll draw the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Landon Sprigler picks up his first. Jacob Jones will get a couple at the line. Halfway through the first quarter, tie ball game at 9. Pretty much what we've expected, I guess.
Pretty much. Jacob Jones is the catalyst for this Jeffersonville team. He's their playmaker. Just a junior, as are most of the Red Devils on the floor.
Biven had to retie his shorts, so there's a little delay in the action there. Jones, first attempt. Bounces through. Second shot forthcoming. 3 dribbles, then a back spin. And that was nothing but net. Hits them both. 2-point game. Sprigler.
I think they might be guarding Hurrigan a little bit closer down there.
You think so?
He's got all their points.
What that might do is open up Stevenson down inside, but not that time. Coleman comes up with a loose ball. He's going to go to the basket. Tried the baseline, stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, lost his balance. Second turnover against Jeffersonville, 3 against New Albany.
Trying to do just a little bit too much, I think, on that play.
He had a lane there, but it got shut down, and like I said, he just lost control.
Sprigler against Starks. Jeff in a man-to-man. Stevenson. Hadn't really had a good look at the basket yet. Hurrigan. That time a little off the mark. Rebound. Jones pulls up, puts up a 2. Drains it. Back to a 4-point Red Devil lead. 13-9.
Jeffersonville 5 of 6 from the field to start this game.
You say the Red Devils are red hot?
I would say. Uh-oh.
Hunter had it taken away. Starks read that pass. Quick out of the corner. Coleman off the mark. And that was way off the mark. Coleman was more open, I think, than he thought. Sometimes you get that wide open shot, you misfire.
Oh, yeah. It was too open. Too easy. Good pressure defense, man-to-man, both teams.
Sprigler gets off the screen, kicks it outside Stevenson. Drains the 3. 13-12, 2 minutes and some change to go here in the first quarter. Nice played ball game. Pretty clean, a lot of hustle. Both teams playing hard.
Can't get much closer than a 1-point game.
Jones pulls up, puts
he's
up,
good.
drops
He's
it.
good. He's kind of taking control out there.
3-point ball game once again. Bulldogs been on the back end looking forward. Jeff out front most of the game. Stevenson pulls up, hands off to Sprigler hands off to Stevenson. And finally a whistle down in there. A lot of contact. They've been letting them play. Nothing really overly foul-y.
Overly aggressive. No blood has been drawn.
None of that. These two schools, you never know. They have a history.
Well, you know, the history is not the same as it was 20-plus years ago, that's for sure. But they still know each other and want to beat each other.
Stevenson from the line. Hits the first of 2. That foul, by the way, was on Devon Franklin. Stevenson's second attempt, right there. Back to a single point. Jones with a hot hand for the Red Devils. They'll put it in his hands again. He kicks it back outside and throws it away.
Uncharacteristic turnover.
Rare miscue, yeah.
About a 5'10". They've got him listed 5'10", but I'm looking down there. That might be a little stretch. I don't know. He's the shortest player on the floor, but he's from one of the better ones.
Under a minute and a half to go, first quarter. 15-14, Red Devil advantage. Stevenson going to put up a 3. Off the back of the rim, Hunter with a rebound. Looks for somewhere to go. Finally gets it to Stevenson. Stevenson had his path taken away by Coleman. Now throw it to Hurrigan again. Sprigler going to try to find a lane. That is a shovel pass.
Viven, long range.
And a foul. Hurrigan was going to be trying to get second chance points.
We'll get him to the free throw line.
He'll get to shoot 2.
Young man's got 3 3-point field goals already here in the first quarter.
Second foul on Devon Franklin. Hurrigan shoots 2. He's at the line. If you made him go back to the 3, he probably drained that one. He missed the first.
Matter of concentration. He's a good shooter, we know that.
Second attempt. That one way short. New Albany trails by 1, under a minute to go. Well played first quarter, quick first quarter here.
Not a lot of fouls. Now Jeffersonville's just going to hold it, get the last shot of the quarter. 15-14 score. Chance to finish the first quarter ahead, 15-14.
Coleman standing there by the scorer's table. He'll wait for the appropriate signal from his coach. Both coaches on their feet.
I see everybody breathing normally out there, just standing around.
Just hanging out.
Nice little break. Might mean something come the fourth quarter, who knows. Mentioned that Coleman had an offer, I think, maybe from Nebraska. He has not committed there yet, to my knowledge.
Last I heard, he was headed toward Indiana State, but that could change.
That could be. I may not have heard that.
Jones has a shot and throws it out of bounds. That's an air ball. He'll miss it, and at the end of 1, Jeffersonville 15, New Albany 14. We'll take a break, be back right after this on GLICOD.com. Stay with us. Good one.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online, KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
And welcome back. Mike Beck, Paul Love here in the booth, watching the scores come in. Floyd Central leads Corden 22-8. Eastern Pekin trails Silver Creek 29-10. Both of them at the end of the first.
Jeffersonville continuing their hot shooting from the Addicts. They were 6 of 9, 67% from the field. In that first quarter, New Albany just 36% on 4 of 11.
Blocking foul against the Bulldogs. And a final score in girls, Providence 55, Clarksville 16. The boys game to start here in just a few minutes. 15-14 in this one, New Albany and Jeffersonville. We're in the second quarter. 3-point shot too long. Loose ball corralled by Derek Stevenson, and here we go the other way. Sprigler runs into Coleman. He'll just keep running until he goes to the basket.
Sprigler really does take the ball to the basket nicely.
And New Albany has their first lead at 16-15. Starks pulls it out, tries to get a step on Stevenson. Fairman thought he had a step on Hurrigan, didn't quite materialize. Will Lovings-Watts in the ball game for the Red Devils. That's number 12 on your camera. And Coleman.
That's a good call. Push off. Got that arm out there. Offensive foul. Turnover number 4 for Jeffersonville. Also New Albany with 4 turnovers.
First foul against Trey Coleman. Fairman going to step out. Back in the games is Jones.
Jacob Jones got his little breather there for whatever reason.
Played a really nice first quarter.
Oh, he did. Had 6 points in the quarter. 2 field goals, 2 free throws.
Sprigler works off a Bivens screen. Gets it down in the paint. Throws it back outside. Bivens loses it. Coleman pulls it down. He's going to hustle down there. Does he want to take him on? Thought about it. Kicks it back inside. Wide open, Lovings-Watts for 2.
Nice pass by Coleman that time. Good pressure by Jefferson on the backcourt.
You got to believe that Coleman's going to draw some attention when he goes down to the baseline, and that drew the defenders. Got him a little sleepy.
You also know that Hurrigan's got some attention out beyond the arc, too.
There open for 3. That time just a little short. Don't worry, he'll keep trying.
He'll shoot it again.
Starks goes up, can't get it to drop. Horrigan pulls it down, hands it to Sprigler, and we come this way. Sprigler, he's going to try to penetrate and get the thing open. Loose ball picked up by Jones the other way. Couldn't get it to drop, but he did draw the foul.
Little late whistle there. I thought he should have gotten that foul called. The little guy took it to the hole really well. Going to go to the line, shoot 2 more free throws.
Stevenson for his first foul.
And first free throw by Jones is good. Let's say he's not the guy you want to foul if you get into that kind of situation.
Apparently not. He's got a hot hand tonight. New Albany was 1 lead this evening, 16-15. Jeffersonville back up by 2 now. They opened up in a hurry and have kind of led throughout. Hits them both. Make a mental note, if you're New Albany, you don't want to put him on the line at the end of the game.
Already got 8 points out of the 19 for the Red Devils. Got Thomas in the game now for New Albany. Another kid who got JV.
Nice move that time from Caden Stanton. Uses the glass effectively. Stanton in the game along with Thomas. That's Will Lovings-Watts, his second bucket of the night. 21-18. They're like 2 boxers trading punches tonight. Back and forth. Stanton in the hands of Stevenson. Finds Julian Hunter. Hunter's going to try to work. Couldn't get it to go. Just a little short. Nice move. First step is powerful from Jones. Kicks it back outside. And a two-pointer from Will Loving-Watts, and that's going to be a timeout New Albany as the Bulldogs want to talk it over. We'll take a quick break as well. We'll be back right after this. Up 30-second timeout. We'll stay with it. I thought it was a full.
Well, Jeffersonville coming out hot shooting again. Once again, Will Lovings-Watts into the game. Not a starter, but gets playing time. Averages about 5.5 points a game.
Well, he's almost there.
Yeah.
He's got 4 of his 5.5.
Likewise, Stanton into the game. Has a quick early field goal as a substitute.
About 4.5 gone here in the second quarter, and biggest lead of the night is 5. Jeffersonville has it right now.
Well, and again, I think it's a good timeout by Coach Shannon that time. I just don't want to let that get too far away. I see this game going right down to the wire within that 5-point margin. At least Coach Shannon's hoping so.
Stanton running the offense. Sprigler on the bench right now. The three bench players in for the Bulldogs. Kicks it outside to Biven. His three-point shot looks pretty nice. And it's back to 2. 23-21. New face in for the Red Devils, Marquez Jordan, number 3, checked in during that timeout. So getting some fresh blood on the floor for both squads.
You know, you always want to get a team that has 7 to 8 players. 8 is preferable, probably. Oh, nice pass. Better block.
Thomas said nope. And errant pass. Hands to Stevenson. What's he going to do with it? Bounces it over to Caden Stanton, who's working it into Hunter. You'd think the Bulldogs might attack the basket with Trey Coleman out. They haven't done it yet. Stevenson from the free throw line. Finally gets it to Hunter. There it is.
Well, they've been looking for Hunter. I mean, again, he's had double-digit points in the last 3 games.
Full timeout taken. We'll take a break as well. We'll be right back right after this on GLICOD.com.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Back here, Mike Beck, Paul Love up in the booth. Good ball game here. The timeout, tie ball game with about 3 minutes or so to go in the second quarter.
Right. Jeffersonville pushed that lead up to 5 points at 23-18, and then New Albany made their run. So then the Coach Luce calls the timeout. That's what you do in these pressure-packed kind of games. But as we expected, tie game. 3 minutes 12 to go in the first half.
Jeffersonville student section in white, the New Albany student section in the far left of your screen in black.
Nice crowd.
Yeah, healthy crowd, not a packed house, but a pretty nice gate. Picking up the action. Jones brings it up. Neither team showed much full court pressure tonight. I thought I would have seen that a little bit more, but hasn't been necessary. Jones for 3, not there. Will Lovings-Watts. He's now got his average plus some. And Jeff back on top by 2. Caden Stanton in there. Gets it to Biven. Julian Hunter works baseline. Out to Biven around Stanton. 3, it's there. And Albany back up by 1. Jones back in a hurry. Watts in the corner. 3-point not there. Thomas ends up with a loose ball. Stevenson now brings it up court. Another 3. Stanton not there. Hunter tries to finish it off. on the rebound. He wanted to slam that one home, but he'll draw the foul instead.
Clearly, New Albany now really trying to get the ball into Hunter. He's been so good the last few games, and really Jeffersonville did a nice job of defending him. Only 2 points in the whole first half for Hunter tonight. Doesn't mean they're not going to keep trying to get him the ball, though.
Stanton to inbound it. Gets it in the hands of Thomas. Now Stevenson. Pulls it back outside. New Albany's not done a lot down in the paint. I know when Coleman's out there, it's tough because he's a big presence inside, but Hunter's been kind of quiet. Thomas rebound. There he goes. New Albany up by 3. Their first 3-point lead of the night. Jones trying to feed Coleman down inside, works against Hunter. Forces it, can't get it to go, tips it outside, but Horrigan's there. Biven, I'm sorry, picks it off. New Albany trying to get another bucket here. Up by 3, their biggest lead of the night. Hunter is going to draw the foul. A lot of contact in there, and this time he gets a whistle.
He would have liked to have made that one.
Yeah.
That's the game plan right now for the Bulldogs. Hunter not a great free throw shooter, though. That might not be a bad person to put on the line if you're in Jeffersonville.
And he hits the back of the rim pretty hard. Will Lovings-Watts, he gets his first foul. Horrigan back in the game. Biven goes out. Thomas goes out. Sprigler back in as well. One for 2. New Albany up by 4, 29-25. Jones puts it in the hands of Starks, who checked back in. Devon Franklin now with it. Works off the screen. Pulls up. Nice wide open shot. Had a good look at it. Put it down. Under a minute to go. Good first half of basketball so far by both squads.
Lower score as we kind of predicted.
Didn't think this would be a 91-point game.
No, in the 60s I would have guessed.
Sprigler works against Starts. Horrigan. And it was tipped, that's why they could bring it back.
New Albany's a little shaky ball handling out there. They got it in the hands of the right guy right now. 10 seconds to go.
Sprigler looks for an opening. Behind the back dribble, spin move.
Going to call walking. Ooh. That's just enough time for Jeffersonville to get a shot off.
Franklin to inbound it to Jones, and Jones is in a hurry. Wow. Goes the length and gets it to go. Tie ball game at the half. And that's just a gutsy shot, man. He wanted that one more than New Albany wanted to stop him. At the half, New Albany 29, Jeffersonville 29. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our halftime coverage right after this on GLICOD.com. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear. It's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Find out about online banking and other services by visiting Centra.org.
It's halftime here at Jeffersonville High School. The step team is performing for the students and the fans, and we're up here trying to figure out scoring and things like that. Paul, you've been working hard.
Yeah,
what do you got for us?
Yeah, we're good. Let's go individual scoring for the Bulldogs first of all. Derek Stevenson, 5 points. Hunter, 3. Trey Hourigan, 9 points on 3 threes in that first quarter. 2 points for Landon Sprigler, 2 points for Jordan Thomas, 3 points for Tucker Biven, and 5 points off the bench for Caden Stanton for a total of 29. New Albany shot for that first half 40% on 8 of 20 from the field. Jeffersonville led in scoring by Jacob Jones, 10 points. Devin Franklin had 7. Will Lovings-Watts had 6. 4 points for Trey Coleman, and 2 points for Jalen Fairman, total of 29. Shooting-wise, Jeffersonville in that first half, 6 of 9 first quarter, 6 of 12 second quarter, 12 of 21, 57%. They were 4 for 4 from the free throw line, as compared to New Albany's just 3 of 6. And I showed that the Bulldogs are out rebounding the Red Devils. I have the Bulldogs with 13-7 for Jeffersonville. But New Albany also leads in turnovers. They've turned it over 7 times compared to Jeffersonville 5.
One thing that I know you're not keeping track of, but what I'm not seeing a lot of is second chance points for the Bulldogs, and usually Hunter's in there to clean up.
Yeah, he's kind of a no-show tonight. I mean, they're trying to get him the ball, but Jeffersonville just doing a good job defensively. They've been scouting the Red Devils. They know he had 18, 12, and 11 points in the last few games. So he and Stevenson really not getting off the mark too much either. Wondering if his ankle might have bothered him a little bit in the second quarter where he didn't score. Had 5 points all in that first quarter.
All right, well, that's the story here. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll look at scores from other games and be closer to second half action. You're watching GLICOD.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School basketball. Stand by. We'll be back right after this.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear. It's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Check it. Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Doug and Maureen hope to travel the world as missionaries in some of the most remote nations. We honor them for their work. Thanks, guys.
Bill and Frank have served the country with honor during the Vietnam War. Bill has 2 Purple Hearts. Thank you both for your service.
We're truly honored to serve a generation that's really made a difference. For more information about American senior communities, please visit us at asccare.com.
And welcome back. Mike Beck, Paul Love here. It's halftime. 29 all tied up, Jeffersonville and New Albany. But let's check out some scores of other games. Our scoreboard tonight brought to you by The Locker Room in Jeffersonville. Christian Academy leads Cal, Christian Academy of Louisville, 12-9 at the end of one. Silver Creek over Eastern Pekin, 50-23 at the half. Let's see, we're rolling down here. Floyd Central over Corydon, 22-8 at the end of one. No, that's a halftime score, 35-22. Floyd over Corydon. And then Charleston at Seymour, that game just getting underway. So that's the scores as we have it. We should get an update on that Clarksville-Providence game. That was in the first quarter. Providence 10, Clarksville 5. That game started a little bit later tonight. Here a couple minutes to go, and that is your scoreboard update brought to you by The Locker Room in Jeffersonville, the outstanding and the first and the best screen printer in Southern Indiana. So we appreciate their support. Let's talk about second half adjustments. That's what they talk about in the locker room. Both teams playing well, nothing really outstandingly a problem. So that makes the adjustments a little more tricky.
Well, yeah, nothing really sticks out. Again, I think New Albany is trying to and will continue to try to get the ball down on the low blocks to Hunter. I think that's one of their keys. And, of course, they'd like to see Hurrigan get some open looks out beyond the arc, but I doubt if Jeffersonville is going to be receptive to that, if you will. So Jacob Jones, really outstanding first half, the 5'10 junior with 3 field goals and 4 free throws. The only difference in the game, it scores 29 all, but New Albany slightly out-rebounding the Red Devils and also turned the ball over a couple more times and missed a couple free throws. So you put all those in the mix and it comes out to a pretty darn even first half of basketball.
One thing we haven't seen a lot of tonight is scoring from Trey Coleman. He's really the leader of that Jeffersonville club, but he's kind of been playing in the shadows tonight a bit.
He has, but remember the comment that was made earlier in the game, the fact that New Albany can guard that low post. They held the big kid, the 6'10 kid from Carmel, to no field goals in that whole ball game. So I'm sure they've got a real close eye on Coleman down there. So he's going to have some tough looks. We'll see. But he is so athletic. Second half, look for him to get on the board.
All right. Well, under 30 seconds to go. Any final thoughts on this one before we get this underway?
Well, I wonder how Stevenson's ankle is. They would like to have him in the game. Don't forget the Bulldogs are using 2 players that have quarters from the JV game. So, you know, I'm sure they have quarters left. They'll, according to the rule. And by the way, the rule is, I do believe that a person in an evening can play 5 quarters. So he can play 3 in the JV, for example, and 2 in the varsity. So starting out second half, it looks like the starters back in the game as far as I can tell for both teams. Is that the way you see it?
Yep.
I think so. And New Albany will have first possession of the second half.
Actually, no, it is the starters. It is the starters. Here we go, Bulldogs. They'll go away from the camera, the far end of the court. Alley-oop attempt, not there. Julian Hunter, a little off the mark.
I'm sure that was a design play off the half, too. They want him to get the ball on that low block. He's such a good athlete and jumper down there.
A lot of contact underneath. Coleman and Hunter banging around a little bit.
Hunter is guarding Coleman. Illegal screen.
And that's a turnover.
Yeah, trying to get Coleman open. Add a turnover, number 6 to the Red Devils. Joe didn't like that call. Joe Luce down there. He's discussing it with the referee as he walks the sidelines.
Because that discussion always pays off.
Oh, he's a gentleman, though. He really is, truly is a gentleman. So, but he's getting his point across.
Dogs in their half-court offense. Hurrigan. They got Coleman out on Hurrigan now. I think they want to take that 3-point away. Stevenson.
That was easy. Oh. Nice pass.
Minute gone here in the third quarter. Bulldogs get the first bucket of the second half. 31-29.
Look out. There he is, the dagger boy.
Jones for 3. He wasn't a name that we picked out pregame as the difference maker, but like you said, any one of these players can score for Jeffersonville, and tonight's his turn.
I think he is the heartbeat of that squad. Another easy bucket. Missed it, but he got his own rebound. Hunter.
2 shots to get 1 basket, whatever it takes.
Got himself a rebound.
Defender slipped, and he found himself wide open when he thought he'd be contested. Johnson in the game for New Albany. Hurrigan, that time in and out. He's not afraid to put it up.
Quick trigger.
Ball bounces around. Starks kicks it back outside. Jones for 3. That time off the mark. A little too open maybe. Sprigler in a hurry. Goes around Jones. Puts a shot up. Doesn't get it to go. Knocked out of bounds by the Devils. Stays with the Dogs. Again, no whistles.
Nope. Let them play. And I like that. I think that's the way the tournament gets called, and that's the way you ought to do it along the way.
Knocked out of bounds. Quick hands by Starks. Stays with New Albany.
Yeah, they don't make anything easy for you. Nice guarding of the passing lane by Starks for the Devils.
Sprigler looking for someone to get it to. Hunter comes way outside to get that inbounds pass. Try to get a screen set for Johnson, but nothing happening that time. Stevenson. They feed it into Hurrigan. He turns around and there's Coleman. Not there. Hunter with the second chance points. We're going to see more of that in the second half. They've got it so far. And Hunter's going to get called for reaching around. I believe that's just his first foul. Nope, second. There I go trying to guess again.
They put it up on the board, Mike.
They're too fast.
Sometimes they're not that good at it.
Jones into Coleman. And he takes steps. Jalen Fairman, the sophomore who got the start tonight, played pretty well so far, but that was a turnover.
That's his 7th. Both teams with 7 turnovers, so talk about an even game. A lot of different ways.
And again, no full court pressure tonight from either team.
No trapping pressure, all straight man-to-man. Belly up.
Hunter.
Ooh.
He tried to do a strong move, just couldn't quite get the roll. Coleman going to try to split the defenders. Gets his own rebound, puts it up. 35-34.
Back and forth.
Biggest lead of the night's been 5 points. That belongs to the Red Devils. New Albany's biggest lead's been 3.
And that 5 points didn't last very long. If you remember, New Albany came a run right back at them and tied at 29.
Devon Franklin, the only person in foul trouble in the game. He has 3, and he'll go to the bench. That little touch foul.
Yeah, Watt's back in the game for him.
Well, that shot's way off the mark. More of a pass to Coleman than anything else. Hurrigan, you got to like the fearlessness. Starks tried for the basket, forgot the ball. Slow it down. Coleman with the ball outside.
They want that guy to have the ball.
Give it to Jones, that's right. When he runs the offense, good things have happened tonight. Hurrigan going to get caught with a foul. Wasn't much of one, but just enough to get the call.
Good, nice drive to the basket that time by the freshman, or excuse me, sophomore, Fairman. See if he can shoot a free throw.
Fairman will shoot 2. That's the first foul on her again tonight. Halfway through the third quarter. And we got a tie ball game at 35.
Jeffersonville perfect from the free throw line. Only shot 5, but they made them all. Make it 6.
6 for 6. And that's why they're ahead in this game, 36-35.
Full court pressure.
There it is. And it worked.
It did.
Johnson threw it away.
Yeah, that's not going to make Coach Luce very happy. Okay, excuse me, that was New Albany's turnover, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It makes him very happy.
The Sprigler zigged when he thought he was going to zag. Stuff happens.
Slow pace now, slow pace in the second half. Everybody trying to figure out what's best.
Moving it around outside. Jones, spark plug tonight for the Red Devils. Couldn't get any angle. They'll come back out. They'll try it again. Very patient offenses tonight. In years past, you see both of these teams tend to pull the trigger a lot sooner. Coleman had a good look. Couldn't get it to go. Stevenson gets it to Sprigler. New Albany on the attack. Johnson. Dribbles into a triple team.
Too much dribbling. Not much offense being run here.
Stevenson, nice first step.
There he is. Back in the action again. That's his 9th point. Chance for 10.
Really, I didn't think he had that much. He's been kind of quiet.
He had a 3 early, had 5 points in the first quarter. Now he's had 4 in the third. So, chance to make double digits.
And too hard. 37-36. Bulldogs by 1.
Just won't get off that 1 point difference mark, will it?
Nope. Doesn't seem to be.
Neither team can pull away.
Coleman squaring up against Hunter. Can't make it work. 3-pointer from Starks is going to be short. Sprigler pulls it down. We go back the other way. And we've got a foul.
Calling that on grabbing of the jersey. Looks like Jones.
Second on Jones.
Just 14 fouls on Jeffersonville, 2 on New Albany.
Starks checks out. Loving Watts checks, or he's in. Caleb Mason checks in for the Red Devils. First time we've seen him tonight. Fresh legs.
I think Hunter overreacted that time, but turns into a turnover. Good defense by Jeffersonville, denying the pass inbounds.
Hunter threw it to the ref. Basically what happened.
He got up in the air, had to throw it somewhere, and the other guy zigged instead of zagged.
Yep, there's that again.
Here's Coleman again, too. Or not Coleman, Jones.
Works hard against Stevenson. Can't get the goal, hit it to bounce. Jeff pulls it out again. Von Franklin in there now. Watts to Coleman. Coleman cold from the distance.
Coleman over the back for the foul. It'll be the 15th foul. See how many that is on Trey.
I believe it's his second.
I can't imagine anybody being in foul trouble, quite frankly. There haven't been that many fouls called in the ball game.
Devon Franklin has 3.
That's it then.
That's the worst. Stevenson, quick inbounds pass. Johnson open. Drains it. New Albany up by 3.
Johnson's first bucket.
Franklin, that time off the mark. Jeffersonville shot well in the first half. They've been a little bit back to earth here. Stevenson again. And now New Albany with their biggest lead of the night, 5 points. Short timeout will stay with the action.
Starting to assert himself is young Derek Stevenson. I say young, he's one of the only seniors on the floor tonight, I think. There aren't too many of them. I know that. A lot of juniors in the lineup for both teams.
Stevenson, Chris Johnson, and Sprigler for New Albany. Jeff has two seniors. We haven't seen them tonight, Victor Daly and Antonio Thompson. Big youth movement in Southern Indiana.
Yes. Good basketball to come.
Yes.
For years to come. Oregon got those 3 early three-point field goals, and he hasn't scored since. Looking for him to get involved here in a minute, but again, they low blocks. They really want to look down low for Hunter and for Jeffersonville for Coleman, and Jacob Jones leading the attack. By the way, he's got 13. He leads all scorers in this ball game with 1:25 left in the third quarter.
Well, the referee signaled a 30-second timeout, and then they went ahead and took a minute.
Oh, okay. I talked too much then. I got to talk some more.
No, it's. I try to base our breaks based on what they signal. They signaled a 30.
Just make sure you get all the sponsors covered, would you?
We love our sponsors. We're very appreciative of them.
Absolutely.
41-36, minute and change to go here in the third quarter. Coleman puts it on the floor, kicks it back outside. Now we're going to have a whistle.
Hunter, maybe down low. Yep.
On the floor. That'll be the 15th foul against, or 16th foul against New Albany. It's his third on Hunter. He'll go to the bench, take a break.
School board's only showing 3 fouls on New Albany. That can't be right.
Somewhere the count is off, but hey. 3-point attempt, not there. Coleman with a rebound. Good hustle. Caleb Mason tried to pull the trigger way outside. Loving Watts gets the bucket, and it's back to a 3-point game, 41-38.
Long drought for Jeffersonville that time. Those Fives missed their last 7 before making that one. Probably a last shot for New Albany, wouldn't you think?
I would think so, but I've been wrong before. Thomas trying to find somebody open as they run the wheel around there, and a foul, and that may be against Coleman.
Coach Luce wanting a travel call, and I'm not too sure I disagree with him. Got bumped a little bit out there because could have been the cause of the travel, if it was a travel.
As it were, it's a third foul against Trey Coleman. 6th team foul according to the official score. So the next one will put the Dogs in the bonus from here on out.
They want Hunter back in the game now for obvious inside work. Takes the Thomas back out of the game. Jordan Thomas, a 6'6" sophomore.
20 seconds to go. Tight defense. Jones against Sprigler. Now we get to Stevenson. Trying to get a first step. And again, a pass to no one. Starks works hard. And they're going to draw the foul.
That is something that's not going to make Coach Shannon very happy. Got 1/10 of a second. Throw the ball away, don't even get a shot, and let them get to the free throw line for 2.
Stevenson.
Starks hadn't scored in this game that I see.
Second foul on Stevenson. Starks at the line. Now he willed that one in.
That's, I wonder how many times that ball touched the rim or the glass before it went down.
Several.
At least a handful.
Thomas and Biven check in for the Dogs.
Chance to pull this within a 1-point third quarter.
And he does. At the end of 3, New Albany 41, Jeffersonville 40. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more right after this. You're watching GLICOD.com. Stay with us. Fourth quarter coming your way right after this.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online at KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
And welcome back, Mike Beck. Paul Love here is 3 quarters in the books, 1 to go, and it's a great ball game, just everything you'd hope it would be. New Albany and Jeffersonville, 1-point game. Dogs with the advantage. And another whistle, and we're going to foul on the floor. Not a shooting foul. Landon Sprigler, it's his second foul. Jeffersonville setting up their half-court offense. Starks gets it blocked, knocked out of bounds. You got the feeling this is going to come down to the last shot of the game. Coleman working against Hunter. Kicks it outside, Starks. He gets the 3. Bulldogs face a little bit more pressure this time as they bring it up court. Nothing too serious, but a different look we haven't seen yet. Stevenson faked the 3. Got Coleman off his feet. And there's the guy. They won't fake the 3. That's Oregon. Just pop it. In and out. Will Lovings-Watts pulls it down and gets it to Trey Coleman. Jeff by 2. Jones. There he is.
You need a basket. Who do you call? Uh-oh, look, a little half-court trap here now. A little change of defense. First one I've seen.
They did that the last time down.
Did they? Down?
Yep.
Okay. They're back to looks like a 1-2-2 zone.
4-point game.
That's the configuration anyway.
It's the way they're moving. Hurrigan, turn around, not there. He gets the rebound, loose ball. Sprigler goes baseline. Hunter, manhandled by Coleman. Hunter going to go back for it. Not there, bounces around. Hurrigan couldn't get the tip. And Jones comes out clean. And loses the ball. Bivin now, it's a foot race.
Oh no, he turns it over. Oh my goodness. Got ahead of himself.
Coleman was coming up hard for the rejection from behind. I think he heard footsteps.
Yeah, he had defenders on both sides, had to try to outrun him. And he probably would have been obviously wiser to pull up and reset, reload. The 11 turnovers for New Albany, just 7 against Jeffersonville, according to my record.
45-41. Well played ball game by both teams. Question was, which Jeffersonville team would we see tonight? The one that played well against Silver Creek, or the one that played kind of weak against Southwestern? I think that question's been answered. Is that
pretty much, yeah.
Red Devils have now opened up the biggest lead of the night, 47-41. That's a 6-point stretch. 30-second timeout. Big swing here in the fourth quarter for Jeffersonville.
Yeah, they've scored 7 points to none for the Bulldogs.
New Albany needs a counter punch. Where's it going to come from?
They're just missing their field goals. They've missed all 3 of their field goal attempts. Not getting to the line. Of course, not many people are getting to the line tonight. Only 11 fouls in the whole second half so far.
Well, the next foul on Jeffersonville will send New Albany to the line. Am I seeing that correctly?
That's correct. 16. On the 7th, you get to shoot.
Neither team reached the bonus in the first half. Tells you how clean it was.
1-2-2 zone again. A little different look.
Caden Stanton tries a three, not there. Will Lovings-Watts goes inside, and it's tipped out of bounds by Hunter.
You know, you have to think that, you know, because of the difference here in starting the fourth quarter, that 1-2-2 zone is affecting the Bulldogs. They're firing that shot from outside. It's not falling. If they don't fall, you're in trouble.
Inbounds pass to Coleman. He's going to attack the basket. And another whistle.
Nice athletic move that time by Coleman. As a matter of fact, they got the ball inbounds by his athleticism. They just threw it up in the air, and he went up and got it. They were in trouble for it, not for that. But chance now to extend that lead to 8.
Horrigan.
Free throw.
Yeah, Horrigan with the foul. That's his second. Team 6 from here on out will be at the line a lot more.
New Albany just 3 of 7 from the free throw line. 8 for 8 are the Devils, so that tells you something.
Trey Coleman to shoot 2. Bounces it in. Second shot coming up. Jeff, excellent from the stripe tonight.
Yeah, 9 for 9. Can't get any better than that. Yep.
There you go.
Had to say it.
First miss of the night from the line. 48-41, biggest lead of the night for Jeffersonville, or for anyone, 7 points.
Yeah, they're New Albany a little bit confused with the 1-2-2 zone.
Can't believe they haven't seen it before.
Or they're just passing the ball around the perimeter. They got to get penetration in the middle.
Hunter, they don't have any of their big guys inside. There is nobody inside. 3-point attempt blocked. And quick hands by Johnson. He's going to be fouled. I believe that was Jones. And that'll be 1 and 1. New Albany goes to the line. See if their free throw shooting can pick up here in the fourth quarter. They're going to need it if they get back in this ball game.
Johnson hadn't shot any yet. He's only got 1 field goal in the ball game. Need every point you can get at this stage of the game.
And it goes in. He'll get a second try.
Friendly bounce.
They call that the shooter bounce?
That's luck.
I'm trying to be generous.
I'm sorry. It's just luck. It could go out just as well as it would go in.
That's for sure. Second shot up and off.
It does go out.
Jones goes up and pulls it down. 48-42.
Okay, now Jeff's not going to get in a hurry here. 4 minutes to go, half a quarter, up 6.
Coleman trying to get a move on Hunter. New Albany's defense has kept Coleman quiet. They haven't shut him down, but they kept him quiet.
Got a timeout, Coach Lewis. Full timeout.
Full timeout for him. We'll take a full timeout as well. We'll be right back right after this on GLICOD.com. Stay with us.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Fourth quarter here. Mike Beck, Paul Love. And it's been a good ball game throughout.
Well, New Albany's going to have to do something now because they're going to take the air out of the ball, try to get to the free throw line where they're shooting 9 out of 10, obviously, and not going to get it worry and eat the clock. So New Albany's going to have to come with the full court press and just, all out here the last little less than 4 minutes to go in the game. Again, that 1-2-2 zone that Jeff went to, I don't really know why particularly, but 1 point in the fourth quarter for the Bulldogs. Halfway through.
Coleman to inbound the ball. Devon Franklin back in the game, playing with his 3 fouls. Jones to Coleman. Coleman working against Hunter, and he's back spins into Hurrigan, who comes up to help.
Yeah, that's that double team. Good defense by New Albany. It looked like Hurrigan was holding his ground there. I hate that call because sometimes I think the offensive guy, not knowing he's there, just really
causes the foul.
Yeah, causes the contact.
3rd on Hurrigan. Coleman amends for his 1 missed free throw there. Sprigler back in the game. Hurrigan goes to the bench with 3 fouls, that is.
I got a feeling New Albany or Jeffersonville are going to be on that free throw line a lot here before the end of this game. Very effectively, I might add.
8-point lead, biggest of the night. New Albany 1 point in this 4th quarter, and that's not going to get it done. A little miscommunication there. Caden Stanton in the game for the Bulldogs.
That'll work.
That's it. Slams it through Hunter. 6-point game. Jones throws it away. Stevenson gets the loose ball. New Albany on the attack again, and knocked out of bounds by Trey Coleman.
Interesting exchange that time. Again, needed points by the Bulldogs, and then one of those not too frequent turnovers by Jones. Gets him within 6.
Under 3 minutes to go. Sprigler to Johnson. Caden Stanton for 3, not there. Hunter looked like he got pushed backwards, but they didn't get a whistle.
Are they going to call intentional foul is the question. They're talking about it. Waiting for the referee's decision here. Yep. Arms crossed. Shannon doesn't like it. You know, you can see it. He went after him. He went after the body. Big call, because that's going to give 2 free throws and the ball.
That's effectively a technical, isn't it?
Yes.
Coleman will shoot 2.
That's 4 on Hunter. Jeffersonville 12 of 13 free throws. New Albany 4 of 9, make it 13 of 14. Coleman, we talked about his presence. He's had 5 free throws his last 5 points. New Albany's in trouble.
Down by 8. Full timeout taken by the Dogs. Coach Shannon wants to talk to them. We'll take a break. We'll be right back right after this.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
4th quarter here at the home of the Red Devils. And this 4th quarter belongs to Jeffersonville. They've scored 12. New Albany scored 3. That's the difference in the ball game. 52-44. 8-point lead. Jeffersonville will have the ball after that technical foul against Hunter. There it is, pass into Coleman. Jeffersonville has plenty of time to be patient here. No need to take a dumb shot or throw it away.
It's really difficult against a team that shoots the free throws so well as the Devils have tonight. Good move, wise move that time.
Fairman not wanting to take a shot.
He wants clock.
And he puts it up.
Unbelievable.
Sophomore mistake, but a steal by Jones out-hustled New Albany. And Johnson going to get the foul. Folks, that's exactly what it looks like when one team wants it more than the other. Jones simply out-hustled Sprigler.
It's comes at a bad time to 2:05. Again, back to the free throw line. Watts having a good ball game coming off the bench. Has 8 points so far. Could have more. Not that one, though.
That foul was on Chris Johnson, his second. New Albany's quickly up to 9 fouls. And from here on out, Jeff will be in the double bonus with 2 minutes and a couple seconds left to go. Lovings-Watts gets the second of the 2, and it's a 9-point game. 2 minutes to go.
Jeffersonville out in a little bit of a half-court pressure, trying to slow the Dogs down, who need to score quickly, by the way. Down 9.
Pitching it around the exterior there. 3-pointer from Bivin. That comes at a good time. 6-point game. Game's not over yet, but New Albany's in a hole. They're going to have to figure out how to get this ball back and get some points. And that's not going to get easy. Coleman to Jones, across the court. Franklin. New Albany's defense chasing the ball. Coleman goes in, and he's going to be fouled by Sprigler. He'll shoot 2.
Real good execution that time by Jeffersonville. Spreading the floor, getting the ball to your athlete. The athlete who's already scored 5 free throws in the fourth quarter. Chance for a couple more.
Well, if New Albany were hitting their threes, they might have a chance giving up 2 and getting a 3 on the return, but they're running out of time for that game. And their best 3-point shooter is on the bench in Hurrigan. 2 for 2. Back to an 8-point spread. Stevenson, a lot of dribbling, a lot of effort, no payoff that time. Minute to go. And there's a steal. Stanton pulls up. Oh, got a bounce and a timeout. Back to a 6-point game. 50.3 seconds to go. New Albany takes a full timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. We'll be right back right after this on GLICOD.com.
GLICOD.com is the premier online source for the most in-depth coverage of high school sports. From the best in play-by-play events to real-time score updates and a gallery of the area's top performers, GLICOD.com is a must-click for more on your favorite team. Browse and watch video, audio, live, and archived. That's GLICOD.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter too at GLICOD.
Fourth quarter. 50 seconds to go in the ball game. New Albany trails by 6, 55-49. Jeffersonville has played well tonight.
That bad fourth quarter by the Bulldogs. Only had, 1 point through the first 4 minutes of the last quarter.
Right.
They've kind of gotten on it here since then. Had 3 field goals, 1 3, but might be too little too late. We'll see if Jeff can continue to hit the free throws.
And one thing about these two teams, you don't count either one of them out until it's over, because typically they play till the final buzzer. Quick inbounds pass to Jones and a quick foul. Stevenson will put him on the line. Only about a second and a half ticked off there, so good play by the Bulldogs. Turns into a great play if Jones misses either of these free throws.
Yeah, he's 4 for 4 in the game so far. So.
And Jeffersonville will concede the rebound here. They won't even put anybody under the basket.
Double bonus for Jones. First one is good.
Seven-point advantage. Jones, 3 dribbles and a backspin bounce. And his routine has been 6 for 6 tonight. 8 points again. New Albany needs some points. They need it in a hurry. Stanton going to have his shot partially blocked. And now they just wait to be fouled. And that's Jones again. Sprigler tags him.
Chance to put it up to a 10-point lead. Double digits if he can make these two.
8 points been the biggest of the night.
I don't think Jones has missed one yet. Bad fourth quarter for the Dogs.
First shot is on the mark. 58-49. He shows he's human. Stevenson brings it down. He'll shoot the three. They'll give it to him. 25 seconds, and Stanton fouls him. Jones will shoot a couple more.
I think it's almost time not to foul. The foul against Hunter.
Hunter will sit down.
Julian has had some issues with foul trouble throughout his career. Being a junior, he's played all 3 years. Was a starter as a freshman.
Horrigan back in the game. Is he? His experience level is like an advanced senior.
Oh yeah,
a lot of playing time for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he took a second seat though most of that time, as you recall.
Yeah, that's for sure. 10-point advantage, biggest of the night. Don't think there's any doubt of the outcome at this point. 59-49. Close game right up until the start of the fourth quarter. And then Jeffersonville put on a little trapping full court pressure. And then a zone defense that just took New Albany out of their game.
Boy, that ball just will not go in for the Bulldogs.
60-49. And there'll be no fouls. Coach Shannon says, let it go. And that's going to be your final score, 60-49. Jeffersonville ends the streak at 6. We'll take a break and be back right after this on GLICOD.com. Stay with us.
Check it. Ooh. Oh, no.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Doug and Maureen hope to travel the world as missionaries in some of the most remote nations. We honor them for their work. Thanks, guys.
Bill and Frank have served the country with honor during the Vietnam War. Bill has 2 Purple Hearts. Thank you both for your service.
We're truly honored to serve a generation that's really made a difference. For more information about American senior communities, please visit us at asccare.com.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
GLICOD's coverage of Southern Indiana high school basketball continues with the postgame show. A recap of tonight's action, recognition of tonight's top players, and scores of other games. Brought to you by Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll If you have crime information to report, contact the Clark County Sheriff's Office tip line at 812-280-2276 or email tips at clarkcosheriff.com.
Welcome back to post-game coverage. Mike Beck, Paul Love up here in the booth. Jeffersonville makes a big fourth quarter pay off. They beat New Albany by a score of 60-49. That score a little bit not indicative of how this game was played up until the fourth quarter when New Albany went cold. They went real quiet for about half a quarter, and Jeffersonville really opened up 6-7 point lead. New Albany really couldn't control, had to get fouling, and that led to your final score. But Jeffersonville, they serve notice. New Albany's lost now to Floyd Central and to Jeff. They're going to be looking for some revenge perhaps at Seymour come sectional time. But let's talk about this game. You've got scores and some scoring and info. Stats.
Yeah, let's do stats first of all. Jeffersonville for the game shot 18 of 40 on my record, 45% from the field, but deadly from the free throw line, 21 of 24, and that's almost 88%. Rebounds have Jeffersonville with 25 and New Albany with 25, so that kind of evened out. Turnovers, 12 against the Dogs and 9 against the Devils. Shooting percentages for New Albany, not very good throughout the game. 40% first half, just 32 in the second half. They were 16 of 45 for the game. That's 36%, and a woeful 4 of 9, 44% from the free throw line. That's 4 for 9 free throws compared to 21 of 24. So there's a difference in the ball game for you. Scoring wise, I want to run down through the scoring.
Yes.
Best I can tell, we'll start with the Bulldogs. Stevenson, I have him with 11. Hunter 9. Hourigan 9. 7 for Stanton off the bench. 6 for Biven off the bench. 3 for Johnson. 2 for Sprigler. And 2 for Jordan Thomas off the bench. Total of 49 points. Now, don't write these down, Jeffersonville fans. I think I missed one of the field goals here along the way, but pretty close. Jones leading the way with 20 points, as you might expect. He and Trey Coleman with 15, mostly free throws in that fourth quarter. 9 points, good game for the reserve Will Livings-Watts. 7 points for Franklin. I have 5 points for Starks and 4 points for Fairman, who got the starting nod tonight. Total of 60. So 60-49. It was closer than that until the fourth quarter, but the fourth quarter was bad for the Dogs.
All right, we'll take a break. Be back with our outstanding players of the game. We'll figure out who that is right after this on GLICOD.com. Stay with us.
The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly. Designing, building, innovating.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online, KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm a left-hand turn signal. Tink, tink, tink. The guy in front of you had me on for the last 14 miles. And since you're stuck in traffic, you can just sit back and wait. You gonna try to pass on the left? Didn't you see my signal? And if you've got cut rate insurance, things could really take a turn for the worse. So get Allstate.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Back here at Jeffersonville High School, Mike Beck, Paul Love, as our post-game coverage continues. Time for our outstanding player of the game tonight, brought to you by Kentuckiana Oral Surgery, with 4 locations to serve you, including their brand new office behind Menards in Jeffersonville. 1 player from each team tonight. Jeffersonville, I don't think that was too hard.
No, it was an easy one.
Quick agreement on that one.
Jacob Jones, the leader of that team at point guard, scored 20 points. A lot of free throws down the stretch, which were crucial. As a matter of fact, he had total of 7, 8, 9 free throws for the game. I think he was 9 for 9. And we will give him that honor of most outstanding player for Jeffersonville.
And right now, New Albany's outstanding player of the game tonight,
Derek Stevenson.
Was a little harder, wasn't it?
It was tough. It really was tough. I mean, depending on what part of the game you want to talk about, Stevenson kind of played hard the whole game, and we know he was playing hard with a sore foot. Must not have been a bad sprain, but nevertheless, he didn't practice much this week, and a lot of guts for him to come out there and do what he did, scoring, being the leading scorer for New Albany with 11 points.
And that's your outstanding players of the game tonight, brought to you by Kentuckiana Oral Surgery. Stand by, one more break, and we'll come back and put a recap of some final scores, some interesting games throughout the area. We'll tell you what those are, and also where we'll be next week. Stand by, all that to come right after this on GLICOD.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm a crack forming in your water pipe. I may be too tiny to notice, but not anymore. And if you got sold the wrong home insurance, you might get swamped by cleanup costs. So get Allstate.
For a free quote, call Floyd Snob's Allstate agent Packy Page at 812-202-7271. That's Floyd Snob's Allstate agent Packy Page. Subject to terms, conditions, availability, and coverage selected. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah! 1 second.
I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up. Shut up, Jeff.
I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com. Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
Mike Beck, Paul Love here. Final score, New Albany 49, Jeffersonville 60. They get the win. They break the 6-game losing streak to the Dogs and have bragging rights at least until sectional time, and these two teams may meet again. Who knows?
Yeah, you got Floyd Central on that mix, too, so watch that one.
That Seymour sectional always entertaining, if nothing else.
For real.
Time to take a look at the scoreboard. Final area tonight. Final look at areas. The area scoreboard brought to you by Clark County CASA. Become a volunteer and enrich the life of a child. Call 812-285-0743. Let's look at that scoreboard. Silver Creek gets the win tonight against Eastern Pekin. At home, 93-44. Dragons are 10-1 now. Floyd Central knocks off Corydon 68-38 on the road. Floyd Central 9-1. Providence ahead of Clarksville. Close game there, 40-30. That's at Providence tonight. They're still in the fourth quarter. Other games we've been keeping an eye on at half. The last time we checked, Christian Academy of Indiana 26 and Christian Academy of Louisville 26. So those are the numbers that we have tonight. But any final thoughts on this one here as we get ready to shut them down?
Well, I'd sure like to have seen it close down to the end like we thought it might be. But, both these teams they'll learn something from tonight's game, and they'll put that in their files for later use, I'm sure. Not a very good game for New Albany to end things in that fourth quarter. Not sure why that half-court zone off defense caused them so many problems. But Jeff's happy and New Albany's not. That's the way it works sometimes.
Well, looking ahead to next Friday, I'll be taking the show on the road across the river to Oldham County for a big rivalry game as South Oldham takes on Oldham County. At Oldham County, that's a boys-girls doubleheader. Girls game tips off at 6. Our coverage begins at 5:30. And I'll be with Gary Forrest, Kentucky Hall of Fame basketball coach, coached at Oldham County for years. And now he'll be in the booth with me on Friday. And we should hook up again, I think, in a couple weeks, right?
I think so. We got a Jeff New Albany girls game, I think.
That is tentatively on our docket. So we'll see as things roll around how that plays out. So if you like good rivalry basketball games, I think South Oldham and Oldham County certainly one you'll want to take in next Friday night. Again, coverage starts at 5:30. Here at this one, our final score again. New Albany 49, Jeffersonville breaks a 6-game losing streak to New Albany. They win 60-49. For Paul Love, our producer Steve Bird, camera person Ashton Beck, Will Harper, our scoring. We appreciate all your support. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week. Until then, God bless, take care, have yourselves a great weekend. From all of us at GLICOD.com, and Happy New Year.
GLICOD's broadcast of Southern Indiana High School basketball was presented by Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952, and available throughout Kentuckiana. Visit their Jeff location today at 1510 Production Drive. Tonight's game was also brought to you by Centra Credit Union for banking and financial services that are centered around you. Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, who reminds you not to text and drive. Kentuckiana Oral Surgery, with 4 Kentuckiana locations, including their newest behind Menards off Veterans Parkway. The W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany, designing, building, innovating, and now hiring. The Locker Room, Southern Indiana's first and oldest screen printers. Voiner's Auto Air in Jeffersonville, family owned since 1981. And by Allstate agent Packy Page in Floyd's Knobs in Jeffersonville. He'll put you in good hands.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, GLICOD.com, Facebook and Twitter at GLICOD. We thank you for listening to this live sports presentation from GLICOD Communications.